Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time, I'm going to go over to the New York Post, and this is about an ex-hospital administrator pleads guilty to stealing hot dog vendor's identity for 30 years. I will list the article right and all of the details in the description, as I always do. It starts off by saying a former hospital administrator pled guilty to stealing his former colleague's identity for 3 decades, which led to the man getting thrown into a mental hospital. Matthew David Cairns, age 58, stole hot dog vendor William Donald Wood's identity in the late 1980s while the pair worked together at in Albuquerque, New Mexico, according to the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Iowa. Kearns, who most recently resided in Heartland, Wisconsin, pled guilty to one count of aggravated identity theft and one count of false statements to a national credit union administrated assured institution on Monday. Woods eventually became homeless. He was tossed into Los Angeles County Jail in 2019 after he entered a bank in California and reported to the branch manager that someone had recently ran up large amounts of debt in his name. Woods asked to close the account in the question so he wouldn't have to pay the debt, but was unable to answer a series of security questions posed by the bank manager. And despite presenting his valid Social Security card and identification, the bank called the police and Woods was arrested. Between August 2016 and May 2022, Kearns obtained 8 loans worth $200,000 from the credit union in northern Iowa using Woods' name, birth date, and Social Security number, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. Kearns also got married using Woods' name in 1994 and had a child with the last name of Woods. When police contacted Kearns in Wisconsin, where he had lived for 15 years, about Woods' efforts to close the bank account, he told the cops he hadn't authorized anyone in California to access his account and faxed the LAPD fake documents. Was booked on 2 felony counts and held without bail in the county jail. He was eventually found not fit to stand trial and ordered to enter a mental hospital and to take psychotropic medication, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. In March 2021, Woods pled no contest and was released from jail on time served. In total, Kearns' victim spent 428 days in county jail and 147 days in the mental hospital as a result of Kearns' false report to the LAPD and the LADA, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. That's wild, man. That's crazy. Woods also erroneously told when he was released to use his true name, Matthew Kearns, in the future, the U.S. Attorney's statement said. Following his release, Woods attempted to regain his identity numerous times, and Kearns made multiple false reports with Wisconsin and California police to keep the man away. Woods figured out in January 2023 that Kearns worked at a University of Iowa hospital where he made $140,000 a year, the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel reported. Woods contacted the hospital security department, which referred his request to a local police department. For several months, the investigating detectives unraveled Kearns' scheme, including the DNA evidence that found he had no biological connection to Woods' father in Kentucky, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. 6 months after the report, detective talked to Kearns, who insisted Woods was crazy and needed help and should be locked up. However, after being pressured about the DNA evidence, Kearns admitted to the scheme and to providing police with false documents. Kearns, whose sentence is pending, remains in federal custody. He faces a mandatory minimum of 2 years to a maximum sentence of 32 years behind bars. He also faces a $1.25 million fine, the U.S. Attorney's Office said. And that is the end of the article right there. Wow, that's crazy. So this is the man, Cairns, who stole Mr. Wood's identity. This is the picture, I'm assuming, when he got married and when he had his son. Uh, yeah, using Wood's name. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. But here he is today, uh, per his booking photo. Uh, and yeah, I said it was long overdue to actually do that to a person, to take a person's identity and, just live a different life. Well, actually, two lives. Um, is just crazy. And then the victim to be thrown in a mental hospital, even though they presented legitimate copies of their identification and social security card, uh, is crazy. All because he didn't know some security words, which people forget all the time. But that's not even the bare minimum of what actually happened to Mr. Woods. I think it is truly tragic what happened to him. And Karen should definitely spend some time, in, jail. He was reported as saying once, he finally broke from the lie that his life was over. It was never your life in the first place. You literally took another person's life and lived out their lives, robbing them of the potential that they could have had. Um, and nevertheless, let it a colleague of yours, you know, and that's the only thing that you can say, that your life is over. Um, I wouldn't be sad if he didn't get the maximum, to tell you the truth, to be honest with you. But I would definitely like to know what you guys think. So, as always, drop down in the comment section, chop it up with me. I love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And with that, you guys, thank you so much. I do appreciate you watching my video. And I will get with you guys in the next one.